So Unit 4 Part 2. First is Introduction to DAC and ADC. DAC means digital to analog conversion. So the terminology behind this is analog. So what is analog? Continuously valued signals such as temperature or speed with infinite possible values in between. And what is digital? The discretely valued signals such as integrator encoded in binary. Now digital to analog converter is DAC or D to A. So first diagram shows the real world, that is analog, and second one is computer, that is binary values, which is digital. So in modern life, the electronic equipment is frequently used in different fields such as communication, transportation, entertainment, etc. The analog to digital converter, that is ADC, and digital to analog converter and DAC are very important components in electronic equipment. Since most real world signals are analog, these two converting interfaces are necessary to allow digital electronic equipment to process the analog signal. Now take the audio signal processing. So ADC convert the analog signal collected by the audio input equipment such as microphone into a digital signal which can be processed by the computer. Now the computer may add sound effects such as an echo and adjust the tempo and the pitch of the music. So DAC convert the processed digital signal back into the analog signal which is used by the audio output equipment such as speaker. Now DAC can be constructed by using a summing amplifier and a set of resistor like R, 2R, 4R or 8R as its input. So this is all about DAC. Now what is ADC? In electronics, an analog to digital converter, that is ADC, is a device for converting an analog signal, which is current or voltage, to a digital code which is usually binary. In the real world, most of the signals sensed and processed by the humans are analog signal. Now analog to digital conversion is the primary means by which analog signals are converted into digital data, and it can be processed by the computer for various purposes. Now there are many types of the ADC for different applications. Now the most inexpensive type of ADC is successive approximation ADC. So this is all about the ADC and DAC. Now here we have to, now this diagram shows the DAC, that is digital to analog converter, and it take a digital code as its input and produces an analog voltage or the current as its output. Now this analog output is proportional to the digital input. So here input is digital, that is 100101. Now next is DAC converter is used, that is digital to analog converter is used, and the output of this is analog, which is shown by this graph. Now next is this DAC, that is digital to analog converter, converts a digital signal to an analog voltage or the current output. Now general concept. Digital to analog conversion involves the transforming the computer's binary output in zeros and ones. So digital to analog conversion involves transforming the computer's binary output in zeros and ones. Now ones is typically 0.5 volt into an analog representation of the binary data. Now the DAC, that is n, this block diagram has n digital input for digital encoding, and it has analog inputs for that is Vmax, and output is A, that is analog output, and the inputs are digital. So the performance of ADC and DAC mainly depend on their resolution and speed. Now the resolution of the converter is expressed in the number of bit. For an ADC, the resolution states the number of intervals or the levels which can be divided from a certain analog input range. An n-bit ADC has the resolution of 1 by 2n. For example, the resolution of 16-bit ADC is 1 by 65536, since 216 is equal to 65536. If the measuring voltage is 10 volt, then this input range can be resolved into 10 volt by 65,536, which is 0.153 millivolt precision. Now the speed of the converter is expressed by the sampling frequency. It is the number of times that the converter samples the analog signal. Its unit is hertz. So in audio signal processing, the sampling frequency of 44 kHz, 22 kHz and 11 kHz are mostly used. Using 44 kHz sampling frequency means the converter is sampling the analog audio signal and doing analog to digital converter at 44,000 times per second. The higher the sampling frequency, the lower the distortion and the better the sound quality. Now ADCs are used virtually everywhere whenever an analog signal has to be transported. It is processed and stored in digital form. They are always used together with different transducers to convert physical sense and measurements such as temperature, pressure, humidity, speed, vibration, sound, picture, etc. in digital signal for further processing by microprocessor. Now this is a block diagram which shows there are number of binary inputs. It may be 0 or 1. It is in the form of 0 and 1. The VDD, that is voltage, is given to this DAC, that is digital to analog converter, and its output is analog signal. Next is types of DAC. So there are before that, where do we need a DAC? A computer is binary machine operating in an analog world. So to be able to produce the output that is understandable by other devices, a DAC is used. For example, a computer stores audio in the form of binary values of the sound wave. In order to play these back as a sound on a speaker, we need analog signals, because as we know, the speaker's diaphragm vibrates based on the intensity of the analog signal to produce the sound or music. So we will send a DAC to convert the digital audio file to analog signal in order to play it on speaker. Now the DAC working, the binary system is positional system, that is a place value system with each bit representing the presence or absence of certain power of 2 in the total sum of the power. In other words, the whole digital to analog conversion process can be thought of as a scaling operation. The binary count is mapped to a certain voltage range, with 0 volt being the minimum and the maximum voltage being the maximum input binary voltage. Now, the next type is types of DAC. So there are many types of DAC, which are binary weighted resistor, R2R ladder, multiplier DAC, non-multiplier DAC, summing amplifier. Now what is summing amplifier? Since the digital to analog conversion is simply a weighted sum of binary input, a circuit called summing amplifier is used. This is basically an op-amp amplifier with multiple resistors connected to one input. The junction where the resistor meet is called as summing junction or the virtual ground. The binary input goes into the resistor and the analog output is obtained on the output of the op-amp. Now what makes this circuit works is the resistor. Each resistor has to be carefully chosen and matched in order to obtain an accurate analog output. The more bits we have, the more different values of the resistor we need. So this is not always practical, and the limitation can be overcome by using the R2R ladder. Now R2R ladder and the weighted resistor, these two are commonly used. Now in short we will see here what is R2R ladder. This is the simplest type of DAC and it need only two resistor values arranged in a ladder. The binary input goes into the 2R ladder and the output is obtained from the bottom of the ladder. Now the PWM DAC, this is another type of DAC that most of us have used, but the popular Arduino microcontroller has the capability to output the analog signal using the PWM signal. On the outset of the PWM signal looks like a binary waveform with only high and low peaks with a variable duty cycle. So there is intended to be used with RC filter to convert the PWM signal into a voltage value by filtering out the AC component and leaving behind the DC component. Now the voltage output is proportional to the duty cycle of the input. The higher the duty cycle, the greater is the output voltage of the filter. So next is binary weighted resistor, the first type of the DAC. So it utilizes a summing op-amp circuit. The weighted resistors are used to distinguish each bit from the most significant to the least significant, and the transistors are used to switch between V reference and the ground. Now binary weighted digital to analog converter are the type of data converter which convert a digital binary into an equivalent analogous output signal proportional to the value of the digital number. Now this diagram shows it is assumed that ideal op-amp there is no current into the op-amp, then virtual ground at the inverting input. So V out is equal to minus I into RF. RF is feedback resistor. So a weighted resistor DAC produces an analog output which is almost equal to the digital, that is binary input, by using binary weighted resistor in the inverting adder circuit. So in short, a binary weighted resistor DAC is called as weighted resistor DAC. The bits of the binary number can have only one of the two values, either 0 or 1. Now let's consider the 3-bit binary input, that is B2, B1 and B0. So the bits B2 and B0 denote the most significant bit, that is MSB, and least significant bit B0 is LSB respectively. Now the digital switches will be connected to the ground when the corresponding input bits are equal to 0. Similarly, the digital switches will be connected to the negative reference voltage, that is minus VR, when the corresponding input bits are equal to 1. The non-inverting input terminal of the op-amp is connected to the ground. That means 0 volt is applied to the non-inverting terminal of the op-amp. According to virtual short concept, the voltage at inverting and inverting input terminal of op-amp is same as that of the voltage present at its non-inverting input terminal. So the voltage at the inverting input terminals node will be 0 volt. So the voltage V1 and Vn, which is shown in this figure, these are either V reference if corresponding bits is high, or ground if corresponding bit is low. V1 is MSB, that is most significant, and here Vn is least significant, that is Vn is least significant bit. Now if RF If RF is equal to R by 2, then Vout is minus IRF. So if it is 4-bit converter, then Vout is equal to minus V reference into B3 1 by 2, B2 into 1 by 4, and plus B1 into 1 by 8 plus B0 into 1 by 6, where B3 corresponds to the B3 bit 3, B2 corresponds to bit 2, etc. Now next is advantages and disadvantages of this binary weighted resistor. The advantages is it has a simple construction and its analysis is also simple and fast conversion. Disadvantages, it requires large number of resistors with necessary high precision for low resistors. Second, it requires low switch resistance in transistor. And third is it can be expensive, therefore usually limited to 8-bit resolution. Also, there is one more disadvantage is the difference between the resistance values corresponding to LSB and MSB. It will increase as the number of bits present in the digital input increases. It is also difficult to design more accurate resistors as the number of bits present in the digital input increases. Next is R2R ladder. The R2R ladder DAC overcome the disadvantages of binary weighted resistor DAC. As this name suggests, R2R ladder, the DAC produces an analog output which is almost equal to the binary or digital input by using R2R ladder network in the inverting adder circuit. So R2R digital to analog converter or DAC is a data converter which use two precision resistor to convert a digital binary number into an analogous output signal proportional to the value of the digital number. Now we saw the binary weighted digital to analog converter, that the analog output voltage is weighted sum of the individual input and that is require a large range of the precision resistor within its ladder network, so making its design both expensive and impractical for most DACs requiring lower level of resolution. This type of data converter configuration works well for D2A converter of few bits of resolution. A much simpler approach is to use R2R resistive ladder network to construct R2R digital to analog converter which require only two precision resistor. Now this ladder network uses just two resistor values, one which is the base value, that is capital R, and the other which has a twice the value, that is 2R of the first resistor. So there is no matter how many bits are used to make up the ladder network. For example, we could just use a 1 kilo ohm resistor for the base resistor R and 2 kilo ohm for the 2R. So the 2R is always twice that of the R. This means that it is much easier to maintain the required accuracy of the resistor along the ladder network compared to the previous weighted resistor DAC. Now R2R resistive ladder network. The ladder description comes from the ladder-like configuration of the resistor used within the network. R2R resistive ladder network provide a simple mean of the converting digital voltage signal into an equivalent analog output. The input voltage are applied to the ladder network at various points along its length, and the more input points, the better the resolution of R2R ladder. The output signal as the result of all these input voltage points is taken from the end of the ladder, which is used to drive the inverting input of an operational amplifier. So this diagram shows the 4-bit converter. Each bit corresponds to a switch. If the bit is high, then the corresponding switch is connected to the inverting input of the op-amp, and if the bit is low, then the corresponding switch is connected to the ground. Now this diagram shows for an R2R ladder for the ideal op-amp. As 2R resistive ladder network is nothing more than the long string of parallel and series connected resistors acting as interconnected voltage divider along its length, and whose output voltage depends slowly on the interaction of input voltage with each other. So consider a 4-bit R2R ladder network. The 4-bit resistive ladder network circuit will look complicated, but it's all about connecting resistors together in parallel and series combination and working back to the input source using the simple circuit laws to find the proportional value of the output. So assume all the binary inputs are connected to ground. So VA voltage of all the points is 0. So the binary code corresponding to these 4 points will be 0 0 0 0. Now here B3 corresponds to bit 3, B2 corresponds to bit 2, B1 corresponds to bit 1. If bit n is set, then Bn is 1, and if bit n is clear, then Bn will be 0. So in this diagram, the R equivalent is 2R into 2R by 2R plus 2R. So R equivalent value is equal to R. Next, in this diagram, here V3, that is voltage at V3, is R by R plus R into V2. So it is equal to 1 by 2 V2. Similarly, we can calculate V2 as 1 by 2 V1. V1 is 1 by 2 V reference and V out is minus I into R. Next, in this diagram, V3 is 1 by 8 V reference, V2 is 1 by 4 V reference, V1 is 1 by 2 V reference, then V out is equal to minus R into bracket B3 into V reference by 2R plus B2 into V reference by 4R plus B1 into V reference by 8R plus B0 into V reference by 16R. Now B3 corresponds to the bit 3, B2 corresponds to bit 2, B1 corresponds to bit 1 and B0 corresponds to bit 0. If bit n is set, then Bn is 1, and if bit n is clear, then Bn is 0. So for 4 bit R2R ladder, V out is equal to minus V reference into B3 into half plus B2 into 1 by 4 plus B1 into 1 by 8 plus B0 into 1 by 16. For general n bit R2R ladder or binary weighted resistor DAC, V out is minus V reference into summation I goes from 1 to n, B n minus I 1 by 2 raised to I. The digital logic circuit which is used to drive the D to A converter can be generated by the combinational or sequential logic circuit, data registers, counters, or simply switches. The interfacing of R to R D to A register converter of n bits will depend upon its application. There are many popular DACs available such as 8-bit DAC 0808. So this uses Kirchhoff's current law, which states that the sum of the current entering a node must be equal to the sum of the current leaving the node. In a ladder, at each node the current is split into half. By switching the current into each node, the total current flows in binary weighted. Now using the principle of superposition, when we add more current into a resistance, the total voltage appearing is the sum of the voltage caused by all individual currents, that is, as each bit is activated, so the voltage increases at the output. The R2R ladder is a current operating device, so the binary inputs can be connected directly to the output of the port, either a discrete device or a microcontroller. When the ground reference ladder has an input bit that is set to 0 volt, then no current flows, so it contributes nothing to the output, and conversely, current flows when plus V is applied. Also, when using the ladder as a multiple key, the press detector you can connect only to positive volt, that is plus V, and leave no connection for 0. So it is difficult to get the generalized output voltage equation of R to R ladder DAC, but we can find the analog output voltage values R to R ladder DAC for individual binary input combinations easily. Now there are some advantages and disadvantages of this type also. Advantages is that only two resistor values, that is R and 2R, is used. So it is easy to select and design more accurate resistor. Second is it does not require high precision resistors. Third is if more number of bits are present in the digital input, then we have to include a required number of R to R sections additionally. So due to the above advantages, the R to R ladder DAC is preferable over a binary weighted resistor DAC. Disadvantage is that the lower